Buffer zone, that's a great question. National park. You have a core area, okay? So, for instance, in this case, in this image here, there's a national park up in the highlands, okay? Now, after you have your core, like in the United States you call those wilderness areas. Those are to be kept as much as possible in a natural state. Around them, you can actually have low impact uses that buffer the effect of what's happening outside. So that's why they're called buffer zones. Yeah. Thanks for asking that. Okay, so how do we fund ourselves? Well, we do receive international funding. As you can imagine, it has dwindled nowadays. We do sell services and we do research through our analysis unit. We have an editorial. You guys know what that means? The editorial, a publishing house. We also sell, different kinds of gift shop kind of stuff and other things that I'll show you in a minute. We have 3 field stations that are managed by the EVRAC unit and by the administration unit. And we have a corporate affiliations program that is managed by Charla, communications and corporate outreach. Yeah.
Your international funding, like what kind of organization?
The Nature Conservancy.
Okay.
And such. The bigger brothers that actually get into your pockets to bring it down here.
Okay, so like organizations like World Wildlife Fund?
World Wildlife Fund, Conservation International, United Nations.
Nepenthes.
Oh yeah, well, Austrian cooperation, Danish cooperation, those kinds of things, yes.
I don't know if you'll touch upon this later, but what kind of research do you do?
I'll touch upon that later. Yeah. All right, our programs. We focus specifically on 2 things, okay? Number 1, sustainable community natural resource management. So, this is, what to do, okay? Now, we can't do this unless we do community empowerment. So that's another very important part of what we do, community empowerment. We give them the tools so they learn how to fish. We don't give them the fish. Okay? Go. So let me exemplify that with some past projects and accomplishments. For instance, this is a project of sustainable agriculture on agroforestry systems. That takes place in a biological corridor in the Osa Peninsula. I'll show you where that is in a couple of minutes. Yeah.
I'm not a biology major. What's a biological corridor?
I was about to explain that. A biological corridor has a similar function to a buffer zone. Okay, so you have a part here and you have a part here. And between the two, if you manage it appropriately, let's say if you have a coffee plantation, let's say you have a lot of coffee plantations, okay? And in those coffee plantations, you actually have trees that help for shade. You can create some form of connectivity between the 2 protected areas. Okay, you create a corridor for species to be able to move. So even if you have a coffee plantation in the middle, you actually have trees that they can use not only to fodder and to use as quasi-habitat, but also to move. Okay, so you could have monkeys doing that.